So, I'm gonna be playing some EarthBound. Continue, yes. The first thing we're gonna do, actually, is I had an issue the last time I played this in which I was grinding and it like soft locked on me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and save and reset. And rotate, blah blah blah, right? So we're gonna do that. It's just for safety reasons. Oh wait. To continue your last game. Yeah. So I do not want another infinite. Do you want to throw away this cookie message? Hold on, let's see what. Throw away this cookie message. Alright. Just checking the stream volume. Probably captured, but whatever. Okay. So Kargaroc's still working on it. Freaking window placement is like the worst ever. I have like a layer of 5 windows. Anyways, as you can see, hello? Hello? Nope, can't hear you. Alright. But I'm currently level 14, that's because I grinded forever yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Hello? Still can't hear you. Okay, so this should help prevent any infinite messages. And, check what we actually have. Working on it. Just take your time. I'm not gonna be able to head straight to the Titanic ant directly because unless you beat the boss in the area, enemies will still try to rush you. That's something I've learned because pretty sure at level 14 mice and slugs would be hightailing it, kind of like how these guys are, but they're not doing it, or at least they weren't when I was grinding. So I'm just gonna see if I can work my way up there. It shouldn't actually be hard, because it's just essentially we have to walk through a couple of mice. Come on. Alright, that's reasonable. Oh, never mind. These guys are incredibly weak at this point. Usually I think they start out doing 4 damage to you if you enter this cave at the expected level. And then, now that I'm 14, you only have, like, they only do about 1 damage. Even though they'd probably be doing less, but they're... What? That was not a back attack. But they can't, enemies can't do negative damage. And they can't just do none damage. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Just keep working on it, it's alright. Alright. He's setting his mic up on the chat application we're using. It apparently is being a complete and total piece of garbage. Alright. Feeling good. Alright, sorry if I'm pausing. I'm like trying to communicate with Kargaroc on talks since his mic is. Whoa, what the? Look at all those slugs. It's like a whole line of slugs. It's up to F. It's like the Fobbies all over again. Wow, that's fantastic. Oh my gosh. Like, at this point, these enemies aren't threatening in the slightest, but they do whittle you down after a while. So by the time I get to the Titanic Ant, it's probably gonna be a safe bet to say that I'm gonna use one of my healing items. I'm not gonna use any of my PSI, because that would probably be a bad idea, considering you kinda need that for beating the ant. Might be able to get away without using PSI this time, though. And also, those antoids are still kind of powerful at this point. I think they do like 11, 10 damage, which is not a lot, but it's still way freaking more than 1 damage. Actually, you know what? You know what? I'm an idiot. Freaking use healing. Alright. Only did that because there's a magic butterfly there, and those, well, not technically rare, are really nice to find because then you can use PSI without any hesitation, really. Present. I have $5. I don't want this. Yeah, let's get this. Immediate antoid, probably. Oh, it was a slug. If it was an antoid, it probably wouldn't have been one hit. And, here's the roll. Please no. Yes. Oh, okay, so here's what happened last time. I was grinding, and I was grinding for like maybe an hour. Just straight grinding, just walking into enemies. And one of them dropped a cookie after so many freaking hits. And this was after several cookies had been dropped by other things, but they were fine. But it caused a soft lock, where every time that I tried to throw away the cookie, it would ask me over again if I wanted to throw something away, and then it would just loop. It would be like, do you want to throw something away? And no matter if I clicked no or yes, it would be like, well, do you want to take the cookie? And it's like, no. And it was, it sucked. But I fixed it because I closed out of the program and then re-entered, and it was fine. Like, I selected yes, and I took the cookie, and then it was fine. Just freaking weird. Anyways, we're gonna do the Titanic Ant. This is your first sanctuary. This is the first your sanctuary location. But it's mine now. Take it from me, if you dare. Titanic Ant has antoids, one of which is hiding behind his sprite. And this music is super good. Anyways, this guy, when you get to this point in the game, he's usually kinda tough. But here, I expect him to fall rather easily. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, I hear you.
What the fuck?
What was wrong with it?
I don't know.
Alright, at least it works now.
By the way, this is a completely different Tox client this time.
Oh, so it's not Qtox or Utox?
Yeah, this is like actually a text thing.
Oh.
It
I'm
looks
still
like a
using
DOS
Utox
program.
since the other ones, for some reason, I don't know what the most recent one is like. I haven't even checked that, but
what?
the one that I used like way back, that
Yeah?
stopped working, and I think it was because like there's some kind of weird, I don't know. But anyways, the one I've been using is the one I've been using for a while, and it's just Utox in the alpha version with version 0.7.0.
Huh. So what happened is, I updated my computer, and then, you know, everything's all good and stuff, but then,
Sorry, the ant just died. That was 4 hits, by the way. Anyways, continue.
How do I sound, by the way?
You sound good.
Okay. So anyway, so everything's all good and stuff, but then, I go to launch Tox and, it eats all the memory, which it isn't supposed to do.
Yeah.
And that's why I posted in the Arch Reddit.
But yeah, that's freaking weird. I swear, Tox can be so freaking weird sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is probably just because it's like constantly in development. And freaking weird bugs can happen when that's the case.
Yeah, that happens all the time with everything.
Yeah. But I guess the nice thing about open development is that if there's a problem, you know that it will be fixed. Considering it just continues to be developed and refined, even if fixing that problem may cause a second problem, at least that other problem is fixed. Here's the giant step. Lucas caught a glimpse of a small, cute puppy. Soundstone recorded it. We get this nice music. But yeah, now we're I mean, we're finished with one, but we're also not. Let me just go ahead and leave this cave here. But yeah, that was pretty great. Usually the ant boss takes kind of sort of a while if you let him get if you let him put up a PSI shield on himself. It can take a while.
Huh.
But that was 4 hits. I used 2 PSI Rockins, or PK Loves in this case. And I used 2 normal hits, which were doing about the same damage as my special moves. And yeah. After that he was dead, and I think he only did about 20 damage to me. Which I think is the best I've gotten on this boss. Because I think even the second or third, however many times I tried to play this game over again, none of which were successful, just the first one, I think I actually died. Because I overestimated him. Or underestimated, I should say. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, as we leave from fighting that horrific beast, we are confronted by a policeman. Hey you, the board says do not enter. Couldn't you read it? No. What a rebellious kid. Come to the white police station later. My cop was so fast that he didn't even have to enter the building and, like, wait for it to load up. He just walked straight through the building. But yeah, now in order to leave this town, we gotta go to the police office. What's our stats? Yeah, okay. Everything's max, that's right. After you beat bosses, you get healed afterward. Let's go ahead and save real quick.
Well, I hope they get that memory leak fixed soon.
What memory leak?
In talks.
Oh, frick.
I mean, this program works, but Q-Talks is broken at the moment. I'm not gonna worry about it at the moment.
Alright, what do I have on? Assuming just a lot of hamburgers. That's good, because I'll need those for what I'm about to do. Unless it ends up being incredibly easy since I've over-leveled. Anyways, let's talk to these policemen. So here you are. You're the little delinquent that came back from Giant Step. But you listen here. Don't enter means that. Do not enter! You got that? And furthermore, blah 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 blah. It's usually those tax evaders who blah 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 blah. We don't enjoy blocking off roads, you know. Blah 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 blah. It's usually the local miners that make a big deal about emergencies and meteorites. Yeah, you know those meteorites. Blah 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 blah. Why is the road to Tucson closed? An emergency, of course. Times like this, kids like you should be playing Nintendo games. Anyway, are you sure you want to go to Tucson? Yeah. Okay, Chortle. Follow me.
I still don't feel that great. But I feel better than I used to, but not by much.
That's something at least.
How are you?
I'm alright. I was freaking exhausted yesterday. Because I forgot that I actually had a doctor's appointment in the morning.
Yeah.
And, like, the night before you finished Super Metroid, and so I stayed up kind of late. And I forgot that I actually had to get up. And yeah, that was not great. I was literally half asleep all day. I think I had 2 cups of coffee that day because I was about to go to sleep pretty much the whole day. It was freaking awful. But today I'm fine. I went to bed early last night. Show me what you got. See if you can get past 5 of my best men. So we asked if we could go to Tucson, and now a bunch of police officers have thrown, I think Ness is 13, a 13-year-old kid in a room to fight to the death. Yeah. Hey, small fry. Must be shaking in your boots. Cop attack. Yeah, these guys aren't doing. Yeah, I think this will be really easy. I may not even have to use a hamburger.
What's that sound in the background?
It's probably my freaking brother. It's being loud.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not picking up too bad, since I do have my door partially closed. I say partially because the cat gets annoyed if I actually close it, even if she doesn't want to leave the room. She's like, no! Let's do this next time. Next time I'll take you out with my nuclear suplex attack. That sounds like something Joel would say. Come on, I'm gonna take you apart right here, right now, baby. And it's still gonna, like, take me only 2 tries to totally take this guy apart. Oh no, he's using crushing chops. Yeah, I am gonna have to use a hamburger. Or just a healing in general. Cause the next guy does a lot of damage. Grr, lost. That's it, buddy. You can forget about me. I'm gonna go call for my boss. There's no way I can beat you in a straight competition, so get ready for my super ultra mambo tango foxtrot martial arts. Captain Strong attacked. Alright, what we want to do is use life up right now. Right now. He does a ton of damage. And he even has attacks that make him do more damage. But thankfully I smashed him. And my smash attacks right now are freaking good. Hang on a sec. I'll radio the staff and give them the word. Beep, click, click. Strong here, do you read me? Hey, it's me, Captain Strong. Okay, listen. A kid named Lucas will be here in a few minutes. He's a kid in a red cap. I want you to open the road to Tucson for him. You know that. I know that. Don't ask me why, just do it. It's an order, Strong out. Well, kid, I'm not going to question you now. But I do want to see you again. Good luck. So we could have gotten beaten to a pulp by those policemen if we weren't a psychic wonder child. But yet, even though we were technically almost beaten to a pulp, and we also beat up a bunch of police guys, they're still like, hey, you're cool now. Which doesn't quite make any sense. This is a jail, you guys have no business being here. And even though this dialogue this person says on the other side of this door makes no sense, because he's talking to plural. So it would make sense if I had more than one person in my party, but it doesn't. I wonder if that's an oversight. Hey, I'm in here. Go find another can. Ha, I was just joking. then, as a little Easter egg, if you go and talk to Strong again, he says, "Been playing EarthBound lately. I'm having a tough time." And that marks the mention of EarthBound in the own game in 1-2, because there's also a girl in either this house or that house that says, "I wonder if the game EarthBound has come out yet."
Huh.
No, wait, yeah. Probably should go get some free healing. And the nice thing about this is that after you beat Frank, you get essentially free healing, so then you no longer have to use money to use the hotel or whatever. And there's not gonna be exploits like that at all. I think Went is the only place you can get free healing at the get-go, essentially. So pretty much all other places you're going to have to pay for heals.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
How do I sound?
You sound fine.
Am I quiet?
No, you're pretty good. Please take my saddle.
Nothing.
You may look like a regular boss, but he could lead you to the exit if you're lost in a maze. Nah. I don't need money for this. We're not gonna take the exit mouse with us, because I think it's essentially, it functions exactly like an escape rope, and I don't really feel like dealing with that. Just because I have a decent amount. Wow. I am so over-leveled. These mushroom guys, which are usually a pain on the road to Tucson, they're just one-hitting themselves on me. Oh crap. These ones paired. Now they're gonna be a pain. Please don't mushroom. Oh, frick. This is what they do. They use mushroomization, and then your controls are screwed up until you cure yourself, which involves you having to walk all the way to a hospital. Ah, frick. Let's see how far I can get. I'm gonna take that here.
Have you been working on anything?
I've been working on the music a little bit today.
Yeah? How far are you?
I added some more of the, I'm trying to figure out a decent way to do the whole, layered, string swell sort of thing. So I've just been experimenting with that mainly, because that's pretty much the hardest part. Like, the main melodies, I've already got those almost entirely finished. It's just the string swells that are killing me.
Huh. So you got pretty much everything else done, but...
Yeah. Even though the string swells carry the song, really, because they're essentially the atmosphere that all the other main tunes fall under. So it sounds incomplete as frick.
Yeah.
But yeah. Other than that, like, the flute sounds really good. I think it did a good job recreating that.
Sounds amazing.
And,
can't wait for it to be finished.
I don't know how long it'll actually take to get me, get it finished, because, It usually takes songs a while. Just because of my freaking indecisiveness when it comes to, alright, mushrooms kicking in. Just because it takes a while for me to, like, actually decide on things. That's the worst thing when it comes to me making music, is that I get really indecisive on which, like, sounds I want to use for the thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I want to use these or that trumpet thing or whatever, and it's...
Huh.
Yeah. But... I'm now having to hold down left to go right. Wait, where's the frick is the hospital? Frick, I forgot where the hospital is. I'm not... No! Crap. I do not want it. Okay. I don't want to battle in this situation because this can also lead to the same effect as confusion in Pokemon. Where you, like, end up hitting yourself. There it is, now just to get in the door. Please. If you have an illness that can't be treated in a hospital, it's my job to cure you. Hey, I noticed, could you sell me the mushroom growing on the top of your head? Come on, let's make a deal. Alright. He does pay, like, a decent amount for, the mushrooms, though, so it is a way to get money by getting mushroomized. Yeah. It's not really worth it, because then you have to walk all the way back to the like, doctor's office. Anyways, we're in Tucson now. Here's Mr. T. Saw some weird bad guy following. Oh yeah. Cool, Matt. This bad guy gave me the creeps. And here's everyone's favorite character. Taken instantaneously and photograph genius, both the camera, fuzzy pickles. Great photograph. Alright. I'm going to save/heal here. Lucas? Huh. I'm a friend who you have never met before. My name is Kumat. I give Paul like the stupidest name. Can you hear me calling out to you? I'm Kumat. Yeah, that's something that you don't have to see, but if you're going to, like, sleep at, the hotel in Tucson, you will get, like, a secret psychic message.
Yeah.
From, Paulo, which is kinda neat. Ghosts found to inhabit tunnel to Threed. That sounds like a headline. What? So what? Huh? Pardon? Jeez. You're annoying. Dang me! Yeah! Haha. Hey you! Your days, pal! Ha. It's so hot today, it rocks. Is it cold today? It literally just does nothing but spout line. Until he does this. Here, get yourself some juice or something. Ka-ching. Got $50! all games should have NPCs that just do nothing but ramble on and eventually give you money to make you leave. Let's deposit that. Check. No. Actually, no, I shouldn't deposit that, because before I do anything, it'd be wise to go use some of my cash to get goods. And the goods at this point get pretty expensive. This is when they start getting a little bit steep if people weren't grinding or whatever. Just go ahead and do that. I don't know how much money I actually need to buy the stuff here though. Screwed up the window placement again and lost the chat. Though I think I had 3 viewers at once, but that's gone. Happy Happy Village is getting to be more and more blue. Do you get it? Wonder why. Ghosts. Here helps in battle. I don't know what they're talking about. It looks like a plain old teddy bear to me. No. Just going to say hi? What a loser. We don't want- alright, so here's the problem with alternate weapons for Ness. Slingshot and yo-yo both suck because they have the worst accuracy of anything ever.
Huh.
Aside from one very special, very rare bat that only drops from one random enemy that I don't even know what, called the Casey bat. And it's based on a ball player named Casey, whatever. And the whole point of the bat is that it has basically 1% accuracy, so you can never really hit anything. But if you do hit something, it, like, one-hits it. Like, it does massive damage.
Yeah.
But it has, like, I think the actual percentage is something more like 5% accuracy, so it almost never hits. So we don't actually have to buy anything here? Okay. I could've swore there was, like, a better bat that we could use, but I guess not. Let's actually just go ahead and put the rest of our cash back into the ATM. Deposit. 1996.
Still kinda hurts when I talk. I don't think I'll be talking very much.
Yeah, that's alright.
But you've gotten really good at this.
I guess just because it's EarthBound. There's, I know a lot of like EarthBound, just random crap, so I guess it helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fine honestly if you don't want to talk all that much.
It's just that I feel so terrible
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, so it's justified. I'm starting a line here. I want a ticket for today's show, but I may not get it. I love standing in a queue. I also love words that start with Q. Queen, quiet, quick. If I had connections, some connections I could waltz right in, but I'm just a regular Joe. And then here we have the Not Blues Brothers. That's right, we're the Runaway Five. We're popular, but not rich. We're being cheated by the theater. We're really deep in debt. May be popular, but that girl who lives at the house with the preschool is the talk of the town. I want to see her someday. Play sports if you do this, fine by us. Tucson Athletic Committee. Oh, this is the hint shop. I don't think there's any reason hints will be used at this game. And this is the house of a character that we won't actually get to see until later on in the game. My daughter left for the big city to become a superstar. She's using a stage name, Veen something. She's working hard. There's a kidnapping, believe me, even though I'm just a dog. And there was, obviously, a hippie. It's the first one I've seen so far in this game. Used a toothbrush to brush his teeth. The brightness of the teeth made Lucas scared. Some of the stupid items in this game are hilarious. Such as the ruler, which does nothing. It just says that you can now accurately measure the enemy. And that's it. Berglund Park seems kind of dangerous, but there's some great stuff there. I want an antique shop. No one is buying or selling anything, so I was thinking of selling the for sale sign that sits in front of me. It's only $98. And you can buy it. But you also can't do anything with it. It's literally just a pocket filler item. Hey man, you gotta expand your mind and use this stuff creatively. Come on, buy some of my junk. And he just has mainly nothing, but this copper bracelet's pretty good. I don't have any stuff like cash on me though. So I may not even buy the bracelet. Hey, why don't you buy the world's greatest ruler? No. Do you think it's hot? Look, I didn't steal it. You stole it. There's a guy who's selling bread. A lot of this stuff is just whatever. I could buy a chicken here though. Sell fresh eggs, they're nutritious. Please buy this beautiful, beautiful egg. Please? Nah. Won't get through your teen years without at least one egg. Please buy this beautiful egg, please. Alright, fine. You're concerned about your health even though you're young. That'll be 12 big ones. Oh wait, I don't even have cash. Okay, but your teen years will be ruined just because you didn't buy an egg. Wow, that's harsh. And here we get a surprise mini-boss. Wahahaha. Why don't we have a chat later after we've locked horns? Everdread attacked! Just immediately, random guy jumps off a roof. Used a biting attack. It's freaking Wario! Woo. Yes, I'm Everdread, boss of Berglund Park. When I jumped off the roof, I twisted my ankle. Anyways, I lost and nothing will change that. You know, you're pretty strong. Yeah, I know that you want to find out about a girl named Kumat. He went off to a secret hideout in the peaceful Rest Valley. A chubby boy and a weird guy in a blue outfit have kidnapped her, though. Said they were going to make Kumat some sort of human sacrifice. They were definitely hardcore strange. You know, she might be gone already, you better hurry. You save Kumat, be sure to come back, okay? Don't forget. Did you change your stream's title? Yeah, I did. It says I'm streaming EarthBound. Let me update information again real quick just to be sure. But yeah, I actually remembered. I think I'm finally starting to get the hang of remembering to change the stuff. But yeah, and fun fact, in the Japanese version of the dialogue, instead of saying that Kuma or Paula may already be gone, he says Paula may already be dead. And obviously Nintendo of America is like, oh no, in reference to dying, that's too edgy, even though the fact that they kidnapped her, and he already said that they were going to use her as some kind of human sacrifice. You can't really sacrifice someone and them still be okay afterwards. Here we have Apple Kid and Orange Kid, which are, funnily enough, based off of two companies at the time. Obviously, the Apple Corporation, and then also the McAfee organization. Which, if you know McAfee, you know, it makes the freaking crappy antivirus.
What was it? What was it?
McAfee and Macintosh.
What does this have to do with EarthBound?
It has to do because it was just a stupid reference. This is what, in an interview, Mr. Utoy said that he based Apple Kid and Orange Kid off of the rivalry between those two companies. And how they both started out small, and if you go into either of these houses, like, I'll go into Apple Kid's house, and he'll ask you for money to invest in his projects. And I'll actually have to go get some stuff because I actually need what Apple Kid makes. But if you go into the house of Orange Kid, he'll also ask for money.
Yeah.
And, so the thing is that if you know how Apple went, Apple became incredibly successful. They were tiny and, you know, they were always asking for money to fund their projects. But they ended up becoming this massive corporation. Possibly one of the most successful ever. But then you look at McAfee, and it's still doing antivirus. In fact, I think that's all they do. And it's basically...
I think what happened is they sold it to, like, Intel. Like, I think they sold it to Intel because, like, the guy had death warrants against him and stuff. And it's just bizarre.
Sounds like they got a really bad cut. But
it's one of the most strange things I've ever seen.
Because usually when it comes to companies, it's usually just because they don't make enough, and then they get into debt, and then...
Yeah.
It's usually just that. But anyways, frick. I exited. We actually need to get $200 to pay this random kid in a filthy house.
Doesn't Orange Kid just steal your money?
He doesn't steal your money, but he basically steals your money if you decide to fund his project on Kickstarter. I mean, on EarthBound. He's essentially exactly the same as all those Kickstarter guys who are like, this is an amazing thing and it's so cool and you should totally fund your Kickstarter. And then you get it, and then they, like, after 3 or 4 years of them just kind of saying, there's technical difficulties, or, something came up and we can't work on it. It finally comes out and it's like something entirely different and it sucks. He essentially, the thing you get from Orange Kid, funding Orange Kid's project, is, a thing, I think it's called, it's like abbreviated, it's like the Orange Kid machine or something like that. And you're like, wow, look at this cool machine. It looks so high-tech. And then when you try to use it, I think it said, the message that comes up is something similar to, it sprouted confetti and made a nice noise. And then it exploded. And so you just wasted, I think, $200. I think, let me just check Orange Kid real quick.
Huh.
I think he asks for the same amount. And his house is all nice looking and stuff. Greetings, I'm Orange Kid, the inventor. Have you heard of me? I'm a bit embarrassed about my reputation. I have a lot of inventions in development. But I'm running short on cash. I'm basically a happy-go-lucky person, so I'm not worried. You know, I'm working on this machine that would really help you out in Peaceful Rest Valley. Hope it's ready soon. What? You're actually willing to help finance my project? It's too hopeful. I don't know if I say yes, he'll just take my money, since I can't remember the amount he actually asks for, but I think it's exactly the same as Apple Kids. I don't really feel like losing $200 for a piece of junk. So yeah. Maybe you'd like to invest some money in my inventions? Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, excuse me. I mean, thank you. By the way, I could really use $200. Thank you. Won't let you down. I'm a mouse. No one has given me a name yet. Took care of my master. In return, I want to give you this. Please take it and say nothing. I got a receiver phone. Oh, I must be in your way. Zip. Sound effects for things that happen afterward. But yeah, we just got an actual phone, so now it actually makes sense when Dad calls us. From nowhere. Like, Ness, you've been out for 2 hours. Which I imagine, just imagine how stupid that would be. Like how that happened while I was grinding in the cave before even getting this phone. It's like just an omnipotent voice. Echoing through the caves. Ness, this is your father. Been on the game for 2 hours. Oh snap, so it actually showed up. Let's see. Van Vlet. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Anyways, hi Van Vlet. And they're going, aw. And they're back. Weird Twitch connections, probably.
Hello.
Filler dialogue. You are, but that's okay. How's it going? I'll just call you Van. Cause I don't want to freaking ruin your name. Yeah, Kargaroc, which is the other person who usually does commentary, he's feeling better right now. So he's not doing a whole lot of commentary. Everyone calls me Van. Okay, then that works out. Anyways, let's talk to Paula's parents and whatever. In the school. Well, I wanted to play with Kumat, but she's gone somewhere. Kumat is like a mother to me. May not be able to comprehend my emotions. I have a face of a baby, but I possess the mind of an adult. I beg your pardon. When I grow up, I want to be just like Kumat. You're gonna have to work on your PSI abilities. Whistle, whistle anywhere. It makes me smile all the while. I'm Kumat's mother. I'm busy taking care of these kids. You shouldn't worry about Kumat. She's a guardian angel, it seems. So, you want to see Kumat? Many come here to see your miraculous powers, but they're just leeches. So, are you from a TV station or what? I could say yes. No. To meet you or not to meet you can only be decided by Kumat. Kumat has said she would only meet with a boy named Lucas. So you're Lucas. You're the one that was in Kumat's dream. You'll save the world. We go call Kumat. Follow for next time. Hopefully you don't beat it tonight. I'm not gonna beat it tonight. Yeah, I just got it started. Unless I did super ultra, like, freaking 17-hour speed run. Then, I don't think it's gonna happen. Wonder where she went. I'm sorry. Could you come back later? Beat it in 6 hours or so. Yeah. I've only beaten this game once, and then I tried beating it again, and then I just didn't do it. I got sidetracked and was like, oh, frick. So I just deleted the save file. But yeah, I'm sure if you, like, played the game a lot or know ways to, beat things faster, then it wouldn't take so long. Anyways, so as you can see, Paula's not at her house, and Everdred was right about her being kidnapped. And now our next quest is, going to go save her. Even though I'm kinda down on health. Oh, frick. That would have been a bad encounter. Under 4 hours, dang! Night guys, alright, see ya! I could not imagine beating this game in under 400, or 400, jeez. Yeah, I could imagine beating it in under 400 hours. That's pretty rational. In fact, maybe too rational. But I couldn't imagine beating this game in under 4 hours. I'm not the speedrunner type. Well, I can understand the appeal of, like, trying to beat a world record by going as fast as possible in a game with a limited speed and encounters that chase you. No, I don't even have cash. Let's get some. I'm going to probably. I wonder how much of a tough time I'm going to have going to the task is 1 hour. Oh man. Like, isn't the 1 hour one is the one where someone used like a ton of skip sandwiches? Because I think I've seen that one. They just like layered the skip sandwich effect. Hold on. I don't even freaking know. But like there was like a glitch someone found. I think it was like, I don't even know how long ago. But they found an exploit, really, that allowed you to layer the effects of skip sandwiches, and you could just become faster and faster the more you eat. And it's only like 10 seconds, but if you just continue to layer them, the speed builds up fast. And then you can, like, there's like an edge of Tucson, or something like that, that you can, like, clip through if you're fast enough. And you can skip the 3 tunnel and not even have to, like, do the whole side quest with, the Runaway 5 guys. The Runaway 5 guys. 5 guys campers. But yeah. Which is nice, because the 5 guys thing is kinda annoying. I am Kumat. Could you hear me calling? Help! Come and help me! I don't know where I am. I can hear water running in the distance. Lucas, please help me. Let's go save Kumat. Interesting thing about the location we're going to now is that we actually have to enter the location, go to the point in the location where we can no longer progress because there's a blockage in the path that we actually have to take. But we have to go in front of the thing blocking our path and look at it. Oh, frick. Oh, yeah. This is something that I don't usually see, because usually I, like, heal after all of the things have been said and done or something. But that was Paulo's dad running distressed as he realized it's been a day and his daughter still hasn't come back. There's a lady being run over by a car. Anyways, we actually have to go to the area we're going to a second time. Like, we have to select the thing that is blocking our path and then leave in order to, like, get a thing to remove the thing blocking the path. Just kind of convoluted, I guess. Also a little interesting, because I've tried to skip it, but you literally have to visit the area. Here's this and mushroom guy. Which, yeah, it's still a one hit as long as it's not a group. Butterfly scared me. Plant. Oh, another person. Just another Sands. Hey. This is EarthBound. I'm not very far. I'm just now starting to clear the path to get to Happy Happy. Hold on, the chat. I have worst window arrangement in the whole universe of everything. So let me rearrange it so I can actually see it. Yeah. I named it on purpose. I named everyone after the Mother 3 guys. So Ness is Lucas, and Paula is Kumat, because you can't name the full name of Kumatora because of the character limit, so I just went with Kumat. And so her name is like the dumbest of all. Mother 3 is beautiful. Heck yeah, it is. I actually streamed that a while back, I think it was... Wasn't it like the first serious stream that I did? I think. But yeah, it was really good. It was my second time beating it, and man, oh man, it's still a really good game after beating it the second time. Just bought a Lucas Amino amiibo. But yeah. Actually have a Ness amiibo. Found it on sale, and so I was like, heck yeah. Stupid sprouts. Do you have autocorrect? That's what's killing it, probably, is the autocorrect. I have so many freaking hamburgers, I don't even know what to do with half of them. And here it is, the thing blocking your path. For some weird reason, a pencil-shaped iron statue is blocking the path. And fun fact, in the Japanese version, it's actually a Kokeshi doll, which are these little wooden dolls that are just like simple and they have painted on faces. But of course, Americans wouldn't really get the reference, since you don't really see that a whole lot in the States. So they changed it. Yes, I have autocorrect. Then yeah, that's what's killing it. I don't want to fight the Sprouts. Even though they're probably a safer bet than another enemy that I could be fighting at this moment. Yeah, let's fight this one. There's a couple of really bad enemies in this area that suck, even though I'm a bit over-leveled. Yeah, it's like a Matryoshka doll, only it doesn't open up. It's just a solid piece of, like, kind of almost totem-like, wood. So it's just a tall piece of wood with a wooden ball essentially glued on top. And then it's painted with, like a cute little face, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. Like, even though EarthBound games are not really known... Well, the first one had horrendous backtracking, but whatever. But this game has a little bit of backtracking here and there. It's usually a later game, really, so... it's not so bad. And when you do backtrack, it's usually, like, a bit different. Like, they do a little bit of mixing up. Like, actually giving you legitimate reasons to go back to areas. Rather than just to pick up a random item. But in Mother 3, there's basically... Because of the linear structure of it, the backtracking is essentially just the flow of the game. It's nothing you have to do, but also feel like you shouldn't do. Yeah, when you have teleport, it's way easier to backtrack. Fun fact, I never talked about this. I think I forgot to entirely in my Mother 3 playthrough. But an interesting thing about Mother 3 is that there's actually unused animations for both Kubatora and Duster, a character who doesn't even have PSI, using what looks to be PK teleport. So they might have actually wanted to add teleport in Mother 3, but they just didn't because I think they thought, well, if it would probably break the flow of the game if you're just gonna teleport back and forth. Hello, this is Applecade. I just finished work on this great invention. Get over here as fast as you can. This thing is so cool. See you then. Slam beep. There's that weird writing style, which is caused by someone different writing the script. I don't know why I like taking this fence. I think it's mainly just so I can limit the amount of chances for policemen with a horde of dogs to appear, which is an encounter. Wait, what? Why am I going back here? Oh yeah, freaking Berglund part. We gotta go talk to Applecade, who's over here. Feeling really out of it because I've been working all night, but finally the pencil eraser is ready. Machine will eradicate all pencil-shaped figures in just 1 second. It's incredibly powerful. Just don't use it near a shop that sells pencils. Here's yours now. If I invent some other brilliant item, I'll call you. And here's a little mouse. Let's talk to him. Oh, mouse. My master, Applecade, has been waiting for you. Started not awful waiting. I'm at Foresight. Foresight, in my opinion, is the slowest EarthBound ever gets. It gets really slow in Foresight. Which is the one I've told Kargaroc about it already. How it does a thing with Paula and it drags so much because you have to grind so much. But the other like, a couple of things that happen in Foresight are also really cool, too. Yeah. The Foresight essentially steal the whole city steals ball. No, not really. But she gets stolen and oh man. Wait, hold on. What's my stats? 14. It's a sign. Don't know how much more of this I'll be able to get done. I'm gonna at least try to make it to Happy. In fact, I might be able to get to Happy and do the whole thing with getting Paula back, since that shouldn't be too hard. But the thing is that there is some grinding in the area up ahead, and I don't want to, like, bore you guys to death. But I don't know how much grinding there is. So I'll see what happens when I encounter some actually strong enemies, and go from there. Let's go ahead and save while we're at it. Yeah. Classic Foresight. Sorry, classic Moonside. Nothing like putting drug references in children's games. The flip side of Foresight. Which actually could have been a really funny pun, but they didn't. I guess Moonsight's more mysterious sounding anyways. I've complained about this before, but one of the things I do miss from Mother 3 is run button. Heck, even in the English version of EarthBound 0, there's a run button. It's not there in the original Japanese version though, but the people who translated EarthBound 0 decided to add a run button because they thought it would be more convenient. And heck yeah, they were right. Was not the case for EarthBound now. What the? There was only one. Starman.net. Some of like the fan accessories and stuff. I bought a jacket from there once. Like Fan Gamer, because I think they're the name of the little shop that sells EarthBound stuff, and I think also some Spelunky stuff and Undertale. Fan Gamer's pretty good. I just wish they'd freaking restock their stuff sometimes. T-ball that cool. Some of it is. Some of it is handmade, and some of it is like businesses that they're in touch with will make t-shirts for them. And like they've got, but for the most part it's mainly just like community-owned businesses or whatever. Like there's someone who like knows people who knows how to make it. So that's the reason why a lot of it goes out of stock, and then it's like 4 or 5 years before it ever comes back in stock, because they don't exactly have a surplus of the stuff laying around, which is really annoying when you have, like, I'm sure, because you can add yourself on waiting lists and you'll get notified when the stuff comes back in stock. But the thing is that could be who even freaking knows how long. And so there's probably like over a bajillion people. And so when it comes back in stock, it immediately sells back out. Isn't that great? Alright, let's go ahead and use this pencil eraser. For some weird reason, the iron pencil statue was erased. Dematerializes all cool like. I think there's a- oh, there's not a present. Oh yeah, there's not a present over here, but in reality there is. The present is getting a photo. Nope. And those trees are bad news. No. No, I don't want the tree. Please. Don't give me the tree, EarthBound. But is it worth the wait? I guess their books, like I really wanted their Mother 3 handbook. Which is one of their items that was out of stock for 5 years, and then came back in stock, and then was out of stock immediately again. And they have like little previews, and it looks freaking beautiful. Like, you can just feel the fan love pouring off of each and every page. Like, you have... all the enemies have, I'm just gonna have to fight this guy. Let's do it. Oh yay, I got a back attack. And I miss it. Of course I miss it. It turns into fire. But, like, the enemies in the game, most of them had promotional, like, clay art made for them, like EarthBound did. If you don't know, EarthBound had a lot of promotional clay figure artwork, which is pretty unique. And they did kind of the same thing with Mother 3 too. But they didn't do all of the enemies, kind of like how they didn't do all the enemies in EarthBound. Like, make clay figures of them. But the Mother 3 handbook, they got, like, really good clay modeling people to make clay figures of pretty much every enemy in the game. Things that didn't even have official clay figures. They got an artist to make clay figures for them. And they look so freaking professional. It's like the people who did it. Like, the professional people who did the original ones did it. And the pages just loaded with, like, info, even info on how to get the secret enemies, which are enemies that only appear at a certain point in the game, and, like, you can only get them at certain times. Like, I think there's one, this like, little freaking bean sprout enemy that only appears, I think, directly after, the part with Flint. After you leave Sunshine Forest, after the fire stuff happens, and it appears. But unless you're smart about it and decide to go looking around after that, which, why would you even do that anyways? You'll miss an enemy that's, like, just a bean sprout, which isn't, you know, it's not tough or anything, it isn't that special, really, except for the fact it's the only time you ever see that thing. And if you want to get 100% in your quote-unquote battle decks, which is essentially what the battle memory is at that point, you gotta fight it. So yeah. It's really freaking in-depth. It's like, it's loaded with every information you could ever want in the game, including fact information. And if you get a, essentially, I'm dying. Hold on, let me use life up. And then healing, because I'm dying of a cold, because RPG. Frick, what was I talking about? Oh, there was like a bundle thing that they did, where it also came with a guide on how to loosely learn Japanese, so you can play the original Japanese game. So it essentially not only gave you the book to tell you everything about it, but if you wanted to go out and buy a legitimate copy of the game and actually give Nintendo money, you could. Which is just so, it's so good. It's so good, and I love that. But it's never gonna happen unless they get someone who can mass produce the things, and they probably won't. Considering it is kinda a little bit illegal that they're selling stuff with the mother stuff on it without Nintendo's permission. So yeah. It might not be worth it to them. Like, yeah, Nintendo. But yeah, it's... the books, they also, I think they either actually did it or they're working on it still. Making a book for EarthBound too. Like a in-depth, the most in-depth of in-depth EarthBound walkthrough books. Which, if you know about EarthBound and its original release in America, it came with one of those walkthrough books itself, like one that also came with scratch and sniff cards. It was actually pretty novel, and even though it runs for like $1 bajillion on eBay nowadays, the Virtual Console of EarthBound, you can actually read that same book, like Nintendo actually remembered it. And put it in, so you can read it. And all of its both interesting, helpful, and also slightly inaccurate stuff. Like, I think they misname, Winters at one point. I think they call it Winterwood or something like that. Which is interesting, but yeah. I'm not trying to save at a place that's gonna make me pay $1 to use the phone. But yeah, Nintendo kind of cares. Like, that's what people tend to like. They think Nintendo doesn't care. And Nintendo doesn't. But I'll tell you who cares. And that's Mr. Itoi. He cares. And because most of the people at Nintendo know who Mr. Itoi is, because he's worked with half of them pretty much all his life, like, he can do cool things like, you know, tell them to remember stuff, and maybe they'll do it. But unfortunately, he has no control over whether or not Mother 3 will ever get localized, so, yeah, it sucks. What am I doing? Gosh, I'm so... I'm talking and not playing the video game. So let's get $50 out of that. Yeah, he's also a radio celebrity. Like, he's done so much. He's like he's one of those guys who's just done everything. He's a businessman. He's got, you can invest in him in the stock market. If you have, like, just like a couple $1,000s of yen sitting in your bank account somewhere, you can go ahead and invest in, Mr. Itoi's company. So yeah, he's got a lot of, like, everything going on. So, like, that's actually one of the reasons why the Mother series got so big in Japan, because there's still Japanese games that come out in Japan that people in Japan don't know about. Just like there's constantly indie games coming out in America that people in America don't know about, due to, like, just advertising and timing and stuff like that. And it's, like, it's stuff like that that can really make a game either sink or swim. But when Itoy announced that he was going to be making a game for the NES, it, like, the publicity was insane. He got, like, real English songwriters, like, English-speaking songwriters to write an album based on Mother 1's soundtrack, which is insane. And also, like, the Flying Man song, which there is, you know, the Flying Men, those like Blaziken-looking guys. In the first game, a music that never actually made it into the game was the Flying Man song, even though it's in this game. And, like, the guys who did it essentially mimicked, or channeled, more like, the Beatles in that song. Like, it sounds like a Beatles song. It's really good. And it's insane how much, like, advertising and publicity and stuff that the Mother series got over there because of the fact that, like, this popular celebrity guy is making a game. And it turns out to be a really freaking good game, even though by today's standards it's pretty primitive. And he did admit that he was having too much fun making the dialogue to actually balance the game. But, yeah. There's a lot of stuff I could talk about when it comes to this game. Of course I don't know everything, because the only thing that I think I'm a pretty decent guru on would probably just be random information no one cares about. Like, nothing in particular, just random information I've picked up from stuff. So in reality, I'm not a guru of anything, really. But I do know a bit of EarthBound stuff, just because of the amount of, like, history things and videos and articles I've read about it. Because I think it's got a really interesting, like, way it's done. A pretty interesting history behind all three of its games. It's always fun to hear you talk about it. Yeah, that's good, because I don't want to talk about it and you guys be like, oh god, not this again. Yeah, like, I think if I ever made a game, I'm definitely gonna have a couple of EarthBound references. That's inevitable. I could not make I physically am incapable of making a game without referencing at least one thing from EarthBound or Mother 3. It's just a thing that has to happen. Will this sprite just frick off, please? Or sprout, whatever. The thingy just died. Kinda like Undertale. Yeah, Undertale's one of those things that... Actually, Undertale's interesting, because it actually started out as being a Mother ROM hack, or a EarthBound ROM hack. Like, in its incredibly early stages, to the point where, like, it started, and then it failed. It wasn't that fake, trying to remember. Are you talking about, like, the rumor that it was originally an EarthBound ROM hack? Or cause the ROM hack, the, like, original thing about the Undertale EarthBound thing was not fake. Like, it was on the, like, Toby's Radioactive, or whatever his name is, account on starman.net, where he posted screenshots of his progress on the game, and I'm almost dead. Oh no. Let's use life up. Oh, frick, no. I got wrecked. Anyways, yeah. That's what I get for talking and not paying attention. But, yeah, like, it started, EarthBound, I'm an idiot. Undertale started as an EarthBound ROM hack, but then after, like, not even so much development, it was eventually moved and, like, redesigned for Game Maker. And then the one that Just Another Sans is talking about is the ROM hack that Toby did complete, which I think is his only completed EarthBound ROM, is the legendary Halloween hack, which I still haven't finished. I just remembered I was still doing that. I'll finish that next Halloween, since I'm stuck on that boss and have to grind and grind and grind because that boss is total BS. Oh, I have no PSI. Yes, butterfly! Only have 20 though. Let's say one more butterfly though. I'm sick at fighting Dr. Antonets. I haven't even gotten that far. I'm still on the phase Distorture. I hate these sprouts. Yeah, I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to actually get to Happy today. See how far I get. I'm gonna see if I can gun it. Because if I can gun it, I can just go ahead and say, yay, I made it to that place. And then save and get off. But I think there might be some grinding involved in this. Stop killing yourself. Stop using magnet, I don't have a whole lot of those. Like worse versions of the slugs, only they're also plants. Please. Yay! The enemy reroll trick worked. Give me some donuts. Why not just some EarthBound and donuts? Ha ha ha. Phase Distorture, more like phase distorted. Yeah. Considering the sprite of that is essentially just a horribly hacked version of this actual sprite. You mean I couldn't? They're freaking plants! This is garbage. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it on these. Because if these guys are doing 11 damage, and then they're doing all these other stupid stuff because they can actually use functional PSI unlike the slugs, then yeah. I'm probably gonna do a grinding session tomorrow. Dodge freaking lightning, yeah. But he can dodge lightning, but can't run away from a tiny little plant with eggs. Yeah, a plant with eggs. He cannot run away from an omelet. But, he can't run away from plants. But I would say that he's not as much of a god as the elephants that appear in EarthBound Zero's zoo level, because that game has a zoo level, if you didn't know that. And those elephants can freaking dodge your attacks. You heard me, the elephants. The giant, slow-moving pachyderms can dodge attacks. Which is insane. I don't want to fight those mushrooms. What's my level? I think I'm... let's see. 17. Yeah, I think that was about that level when I got to this point. So now I'm currently in the level quote. I have not... I overgrinded. If you didn't know, I overgrinded, when I was getting up to, the Titanic Ant. But, here I have not grinded yet, I just got here at this segment of today's stream. And, yeah. didn't use the run button. Are you talking about EarthBound 0 or this game? There's 0 run button. Even though there is kind of a pseudo run button, which is the sandwiches. I don't even use those because I don't think they're worth it. Oh, the flea, yeah. Fleeing in this game is kind of a 50-50 bet anyways, though. I've noticed that it doesn't work a whole lot. It tends to be kind of iffy. Mother 3, it works fine, though. Why am I... No. I don't even want to save, because I want to pull out money from the ATM so I can actually be full health and not continue this game, like, at 97. Probably be a bad idea. There we go. Cost $50. Do you want to stay? Okay. Just found a secret and what secret? Is it the oh yeah, the secret. That's one of the things that I think I actually found out without using like a walkthrough or anything, because when I played EarthBound originally, it's already half spoiled the ending for myself because of the freaking game theory video where he goes on about, oh, Gygus is an aborted fetus, and the whole EarthBound at the end is just children aborting a fetus. It's like, wow, isn't that spooky? But yeah, that hat you can keep for pretty much the entire game. I think I did that on my first playthrough. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and record that. Just continue because this is an emulator, so I can just exit. But I think that's gonna call it for EarthBound today. I think I might play some Pokemon Green version after this, since probably not very long because I'm kind of getting tired. But I guess we could do some Green.
Hello?
Yeah. Well, I need to take a break here real quick. Let me put up the BRB image. There.